Hi, I'm Tim from Saigon. First of all, I want to thank you so much for all of your support for us so far on Instagram. For a couple of weeks ago, we have a friend who asked us that, do you guys do YouTube channel? And I think maybe just by starting a YouTube channel, we can better communicate with you and to continue sharing our love for, cooking and cuisine and stuff, funny stuff around Saigon. So here we are with this YouTube channel. A question that oftentimes we receive from our friends, either they meet us directly or they ask us via Instagram, is that where you guys go for coffee? And I have to say this is a very tricky question because we are not professional coffee makers, roasters or whatever. We're just coffee lovers. And B, Saigon is not filled with, like, I can say, thousands or millions of cafes everywhere. But to give you a hint, and since we believe that there are some way for us to narrow down some good coffee places for you to visit, we would like to tell you some of our criteria in deciding which place is the best and which place is not so good for you. So, without further ado, here are our criteria. Number one is the quality. Well, since we are coffee lovers, the first thing on our mind, whether we visit a coffee place, is the quality. And since coffee is really complicated, there are like hundreds of thousands of things to consider whether coffee is good or not. We just want to say that to us. Basically, a good coffee is that, number one, it is well sourced, which means that the barista should know where the coffee comes from. Maybe it's from Africa, maybe it's from Brazil, or maybe it's domestic. We don't know, but the barista should know and they should answer it correctly and clearly to you every time you ask for it. And with that in mind, let's just say that for a long time, coffee in Saigon is polluted with, like a lot of stuff that are not real coffee. They might put in some, like coins or even soybeans just to, like they say it will enhance the flavors. But to us, those are not real coffees. So if you find out that the place is selling, stuff like that, stop drinking it. It's not real coffee. So the second criteria that we use to decide whether a coffee place is good or not is called the price over quality ratio. And how do we decide it? Because I've worked in the F&B industry for some time, so basically the way we do it is that we take the same kind of products, maybe the same iced milk coffee, cafe soda. If one place charge you like 30,000 for it and the other place charge you like double for it, you should know what you are paying for. Basically, the first place, maybe they have a low rental, maybe they just started out, they're a small brand, they do not do like huge marketing campaign, so they charge you less. The other place, you know what I'm talking about. Those places, they have big stores on the main streets and they do great marketing campaign. So eventually you are actually paying for those, not just the products. And for us, maybe we are not into that criteria. Like if if you can cash out more for each time you have coffee, good for you. But to us, we just go with the place that have the best price over quality ratio. Finally, in our list of criteria, we call it, and you call it too, service. Why? Because we believe that service at the end of the day is a make or break thing. Alright? Here's a story. A couple of weeks ago, I go to, you won't believe it, my cafe. I just go in there and I order a cappuccino. I was sitting there with my friend and, I can get clumsy sometimes, so I moved my hand and I knocked down my cappuccino cup and it was everywhere. I offered myself to clean it. Like the staff, no, just let us do it. and a couple of minutes ago they come back with another cup of cappuccino, free of charge, and I didn't even ask for it. And you know what? They may lose a cup of cappuccino, but they gain a customer for a long time. I've been a frequent customer since then, and they do have good coffee too. You know, like in another light of story, a couple of months ago I go to a hot place. You know, in Saigon sometimes we have that kind of places, you know, it's really beautiful, and you know, you see people taking picture of it and they post it online everywhere. You see it? We go into the place, they charge us like double for the same kind of drink. A, the drink is worse. Two, the staff, you know, like, I don't know what's wrong with them. They have the kind of attitude that you can only see it when you go to some, you know, like government agency. Yeah, they treat you like that. You know, it's like I was asking for just some more ice, and it was like, you want some more ice, huh? What the hell? So, service is really important. If you go to some places and you know that it has a bad reputation for service, skip the quality, alright? No matter how good the coffee is, you cannot live with bad service.